What's up? What's up? What's up? So it's been a while. I think I only had like one video, but um, just been busy. This whole year has been busy. I've been doing a lot of stuff, just trying to build up my business and just some other stuff. Just life. Life gets at you. So, but gonna get right into it. This video, I'm just gonna talk about something that's always on my mind. I think about a lot, and I just came across this one short video. I'm gonna play it for you and hopefully this ain't a video to start instigation or to get feelings riled up or whatever. This is my own personal thoughts. So it's a channel for my own personal feelings. So and how I think and what I think about and what I think that's going on in the world, dealing with social issues and that type of stuff. So I guess you get mad, and it is what it is. You get mad. Put your comments down. So maybe I'll respond to them. If you start getting crazy with it, then it's just like, man, you don't. I don't got time for that. But yeah, so a little bit of housekeeping. I do have a course that I help novice entrepreneurs, any entrepreneurs, small business owners, start better businesses. But for right now, I want to help people that want to be the best at what they want at something that they're passionate about, and I created a course for it. So yeah, it's focused on just the fundamentals of business, but it also talks about it's a lot of personal development and steps that you can do so that you can get to where you want to get to. And if you want to learn more about that, then just look in this video's description. Also, if you're in the DMV area, I'm trying to build up my meetup groups. I have three that I am currently hosting. If you don't know what Meetup is, basically Meetup is an interest group platform. So if you have an interest in sports, if you have an interest in politics, cooking, um, language exchange, anything that you have an interest in, then you go to meetup.com, that website, or the app, and then you can just search anywhere. I do believe yeah, it is global, but you can search anywhere, and then you can just link up with other people that have those same interests, and you could go to their events. I don't like doing I don't like just staying online. Online is not always real. I think it's good to meet up with people in person. And it also gives options for people that don't just want to go to the club all the time or just have brunch all the time or just like, I like to do hikes. I like to do game nights. I like to do just kickbacks. I like to do maybe we'll travel somewhere like a group trip, like Africans traveling somewhere. It could be local, whatever. Going to the beach, like those type of stuff. That's just not the typical go to the club, go to happy hour. Like I like to do something different. So if you're interested in that and you're in the DMV area, then click on a link that I have three meetup groups, so you can look at which each of them, what they're providing, and then you could click on the ones that you're most interested in. So yeah, go ahead and check that out in this video's description. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna click on this video.
The generations that were born within the last 50 to 60 years never really been through anything but the most coddled generation. And I can see why women don't respect men in America. I can see why everybody is sitting there asking Biden in order to forgive their student loans. I can see why Americans is weak. Nigerians, Jamaicans, any kind of immigrant come over here in this country and mop the floor with Americans, but specifically, let's just talk about black people because I noticed this thing. Black people don't really unite until they can find a European enemy. Black immigrants don't respect people that are traditionally born in America, especially black people that were born in America. They work relentlessly, eat, sleep, grind, hustle, and go and get it. So when they finally get over into America and they see the opportunities that's presented to them over there, it ain't nothing that Americans can do. You trying to figure out how to work 40 hours and then go to sleep, and you can't even wake up in order to get to your job that you work from home for. You can't even make the meeting on time. The generations that were born within the last 50 to 60 years never really been through anything but the most coddled generation. And I can see why women don't respect men in America. I can see why.
Okay, so that's just it's just going back. It's just a loop. What is it, like a 1 minute clip? But him saying that, it actually I've heard this so many times, and I'm sure we all seen the videos of Africans versus African Americans or whatever. And my stance on it, I see it as I don't see I'll say Black Americans and Africans as the same. Like, I know people talk about DNA and like ancestrally, sure, but to say that, okay, we're all the same people, all the like, there can always be similarities. Like, I definitely see that, but I think it's ridiculous just to just lump all of us together just because we have black skin and just say everyone's the same. Like, what makes us different, really, all, and even on the continent of Africa, I don't see all of us as. And this is one thing that I notice. It usually comes from Black Americans that say this, like they're really like what's that, like Umar Johnson type, like really. Um, oh man, forgot the word, but it's like because we're all black skinned, then we all think alike. You even see this when it comes to politics. Like, okay, every black person in America has to vote for Democrats. Like, you know that thinking is starting to change, but you know that thinking. But when I see something like this, I'm like, okay, I don't really see. Actually, I don't see Africans and Black Americans as the same type of people. They're just not. It's been too much time between the Africans that were brought over here from like just the start of it. It's been like hundreds of years. So I'm thinking it's more about the culture. The culture is completely different. We see the effects of it. You got some good, you got some bad on both sides. I don't like to. I don't really care to do the in this video. I'm not going to be doing the back and forth and critiquing and stuff like that. I think that's just it's been overdone all the time. I'm just talking about how I'm just speaking on the point when people say uh, Black Americans and Africans are the same. We all need to be one. We all need to, and I understand working together and of course being cordial and stuff like that. But I think it's just ridiculous when you expect, hey, we need to act like there's no differences between us, and that, hey, because you look like me and our hair texture is the same, then we're like there's no gap. There's no gap in our ancestors being together and stuff like it just comes across as disingenuous. And what this guy's saying, I watched some of his videos. Really interesting. He's like the antagonizer when it comes. He's born and raised in Detroit, I believe, and he kind of goes against the grain when it comes to like traditional or typical thinking of a lot of just Black Americans and stuff like that. He doesn't like he doesn't do that. I'm for the Black community only just because you're Black and stuff like that. Like he's like one of those guys. And what I what it kind so it kind of reminds me of my position of when it just comes to just those two different people, Africans and then Black Americans or whatever. Yeah, we have a lot of similarities. We can have a lot of the ancestral DNA. We can, of course, looks and stuff like that. Yeah, that's all there. But I look at people of culture, and it actually reminds me when it comes to just like different Africans. So I mostly hang around West Africans. There's mostly West Africans that are over here, and then of course you got the East Africans. If you don't know, I guess if you're not really West African, if you're not African, like first generation is really what I'm talking about, at least. Then so you're just a Black American or someone else, whoever is listening to this video. Um, West Africans and East Africans are like we are different, like heck. Like East Africa, especially Ethiopians, they tend to stay to themselves. And everyone knows this. I had these conversations with like some Ethiopians that came across Ethiopian, Eritrean, and they say, "Oh, that's not true," but it's like a lot of them know. Like y'all stay to yourselves. Y'all don't date West Africans. Y'all don't really like. Y'all just do your own thing. It's all good. Like love y'all restaurants. I think y'all do good business. But it's so it's like an outsider saying, "Okay, we all the same people because we're all on." We all come from the same continent. It's just like it's like 3,000. It's like over 3,000 different ethnic groups in just the continent of Africa, and then of course I think it's like over 1,500 different languages on the continent as well. And it's just like, to say that we just one old big black nigga country, it's like this. It doesn't jive with me because I've heard this a lot, mainly from Black America. Damn, the pro Africa one. Like the Marcus Garvey. I forgot the word. Maybe you could put it in the comment section, but they will say something like, okay, we just need a one a one Africa, just make the whole continent one country and then have one president. And it's just like, that's and I've heard that several times. It's like the most ignorant thing that you can ever say, because they're assuming that because they're on the outside, they're just thinking, okay, all the Africans are pretty much the same. All need to get together. We all have our unique, just when it comes to just different African regions, we all have our unique differences just from years and years and years, either as colonization or just geographically. We're built different. We have different temperament. We have different fooding. We have different ways that we like to govern ourselves. We don't all govern ourselves the same way. Like I said, West Africa and East Africa, it's like vastly different when it comes to culture. It can have some similarities, but it's still different. So it's like you got an outside person saying, okay, y'all should all just be one and just have one president. It's just like, okay, so you want like socialism, or I guess like a communist type regime, like a Marxist type regime. I mean, that's basically what you're saying. This should be consolidated power in one place, and then you should just have like one, and they actually said one ruler control everything. And it's just like, it's just the differences in culture that I think a lot of people don't have respect for. Just because your skin color is one is different, similar shades, that we should all think alike as well. I mean, that's the most racist thing that you really can say. I mean, Martin Luther King is like, hey, it's not about color of your skin, content of your character, and I don't think people do it in a negative way. But if you just take time to think, it's like it's okay to have differences. I don't want to be the same as everyone else. I want to be uniquely different, which we are. Uniquely different, have things that I like, things that I don't like. There's a lot of stuff about Nigerian culture I don't like at all. And there's a lot of things about just other African nations or whatever I don't like at all. I mean, the biggest thing I'm hearing currently in Gambia is they still having an issue with their genital mutilation of women. I'm like, I don't know why they still doing. You know, it's just a cultural thing or whatever, but it's still happening. Like just some of this stuff is like, okay, this is outdated, this is archaic or whatever. And then of course you can go when I look at a lot that goes on in the Black American community. I understand the history of how things started to change, just with the government getting like incentivizing breaking up homes and stuff like that. So like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I don't like that goes on, especially mainstream black culture, and how the women present themselves. A lot of them present themselves, and I'm talking about mainstream, and the men and how they act and stuff like that. They're like this always back and forth. I think what I would like to see is a recognition that, hey, we might have same skin tone, we might have the same ancestral DNA. We can have respect for that. We can see what's going on, or how it used to be, but at the same time, we enjoy our nuances of who we are as a culture, whoever it may be, and that's perfectly fine. And we're not looking to just blend everything together where you can't really tell. Like, I don't think that's cool. I understand influences, and other cultures get influenced by other cultures and stuff like that. That's cool, but as far as like just making it seem like everyone is the same and there's no differences for the most part, or major differences, and oh, okay, you do this one thing, so that means that, like, I think that's just foolish and ridiculous, and um, it's not helpful, because we're never going to be the same. The culture is just too different, and that's just how it's going to be. And everyone loves their own culture. People like how they how they were raised in their communities and stuff like that. And it's like, just have respect for other people, leave it be. If you enjoy, even if you come from one culture and you like another culture more, then fine, go ahead and do it. You don't have to knock people down, or make people feel inferior and stuff like that. That stuff is like, that doesn't do anything for your own personal benefit. you're just wasting time. So it's like I'm just on whatever can help me get to a better position, whatever I can learn from other people. I implement it in my own self. Yeah, I got a culture that I was raised in, Nigerian culture, that guides me a lot. I mean, I like it. Most of what Nigerian culture like taught me, I like it a lot. And I just go from there, and I also pull from what do I like most about Asian culture? What don't I? I think they study to the point where it starts becoming mental health issues. So I don't like that, but I do like their discipline when it comes to them reading all the time, and them really taking education seriously and business, not just so I like that. I want to learn more about different cultures and pick out what's beneficial, what's good, what how can it help me achieve the goals that I want to achieve, and also give me the information that I can pass on to you all. Like, hey, I like this culture and what they do here. Do you know about this? So, anyways, I just saw this short. I just want to talk about it, and also I have to want to add some content on this channel, and I'd like to know your thoughts, and like to know what you got. What do you think? Like, do you think Africans and Black Americans are the same people? Do you think this is just, hey, we just need to all come together and fight the white man? I'm curious about your thoughts, and if you disagree with me, go ahead and put it in the comment section down below. You don't gotta don't get too crazy with it, because then you know what happens with that. But I'm curious to know what you think, and hopefully there ain't gonna be fights in this comment section. Like, let's come on, let's not do that. But I think I do like talking about controversial topics and having some type of real discussion about it. I mean, depending on what it is. But I don't like to shy away. I don't like to do the pandering. I don't like to do the sugarcoating. I don't like to do the tiptoeing around. I don't like to do any of that stuff. Like, let's just be real and have a regular conversation. And we can always agree to disagree, and go our separate ways. And then after that, I'll put it in the next video, and then we can talk about that. That'll be something new. So, anyways, like this video if you enjoy my commentary, and what's the next one? Subscribe to the channel. Trying to make this channel grow. This is still a new channel. I haven't done much. So I'm going to start having content put out. I'm going to try to do it like Monday through Friday, depending on how busy I am. But that's my goal. I'm going to try to stick to that, build up that discipline, just putting out consistent content. So subscribe to the channel so you'll be alerted. And then, oh yeah, also click the bell so that you're alerted when I do drop new videos. And then share this video with your friends. If you think it'll make your friends think about something, hey, go ahead. If it's a video that you think kind of backs up your own ideas or goes against your own idea, like, yeah, share the video. I don't mind. I want you to. I need to grow this channel. I want this channel to be big, and then of course there's some other stuff I want to do with this, and I welcome your commentary. So go ahead and put what you think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Holla at you later.